This is my new 96 Firebird.
Move that real quick. Shut up. Oh, that's too low. All right. There we go.
I just got up, so I made some notes. We'll get this intro made because I didn't make an intro for this video. I just been running around the last week making clips, and this video probably needs an intro. So let's get to it. Now, about a week ago, I bought this car. I had to drive about 2.5 hours all the way up to Grayling, Michigan, which is out in the middle of nowhere. And I probably should have made an intro, but I didn't really want to jinx myself. The reason that is, well, I've been casually looking for a car or project, you know, even a budget project, since, you know, winter. And it's middle of summer now, so that's kind of how things went. I mean, initially I was just looking, and I don't want to ramble too much, so I'm going to try and make this brief, because I could talk about all the cars I looked at and whatever, considered for probably an hour or longer. So, I started looking at cars. I actually went and looked at a few, almost bought a couple. Initially I was looking for a 3rd gen, which is, I'm sitting in a 4th gen. I'd never really been a fan of 4th gens, didn't really want a 4th gen. It's just, this is how it worked out. This was the right deal, the right car, the right time. So, here we are now with the 96 Firebird, which I never really wanted. I mean, actually, honestly, I've only drove one of these cars once. My sister bought like a Camaro back when they first came out. Long story short, I drove it, didn't like it. I never really liked these really long dashes. I mean, they're like forever long. I just didn't like it. But I don't seem to mind it now, so I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, I guess if you don't like something, you gotta try it again later. Anyways, I'm getting off subject. I'm rambling. Look at my notes. I made these quick notes real quick, just so I wouldn't ramble. So we're talking about that. So anyways, all the cars I was looking at were far away. I mean, everything is far away. It's like the area I live in is like this black hole that sucks up all cheap cars, and I mean just any cheap car. So people are considering all these projects just because they're like, hey, the car's in my range, I'll buy it, maybe get fixed and drive it because I need a cheap car, because the economy and so on. I mean, I don't have to tell you much about that. You guys all know. So all I know is I had to go at least an hour to pretty much look at anything or consider cars. Everything was just far, and this car was one of the farthest, which is why I think, you know, I was able to find it, because I mean, initially it was higher price. He dropped the price after a couple weeks, which I didn't even consider it probably. That's why I don't know how it worked out. I saw it. I started talking to him, made an offer. He had someone come Monday. I went up there, looked at it Sunday night, which that's the thing, he's got an odd schedule and such. So, long story short, obviously I'm sitting in it. I bought it. So, past week or so, I just picked up the camera, made a bunch of clips, and I looked at him last night, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of need an intro for him to make this video and make it work. Not just some weird video. So, here we are. All right, back to my notes, because I want to get this done. Initially, I was looking for a 3rd gen. I wanted a 3rd gen. I considered a few C4 Corvettes. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about all that. I actually almost came this close to buying another 86 Corvette that was almost exactly like mine, other than different colors. I mean, oh, I had leather seats instead of cloth seats. You don't care. Don't need that. Don't need that. Well, I think that's it. So anyways, let's get to the video, I guess. This is a train wreck anyway. Oh, I almost forgot, because I actually forgot to mention this in several of my clips. I've made enough clips for probably 2 videos, and then I'm going to make another video where I just talk about the car, you know what it is, or the parts and such. I'm going to go into more detail about the car, so stay tuned. Another video. The 3rd video. I'm back. I forgot to mention some other things, even though I wrote them down, but whatever. So, I pretty much... lighting here sucks. I can't get the light switch over there. The car barely fits. There's... Anyways, this clip is done now. So, I decided to buy a car because I got this long list of stuff from here. All spring I was working on the house and yard, and I got this list from the homeowners like saying you got to do this stuff. So I was like, I ain't gonna be able to finish my project truck block because it's got more work than I need and got time for. So I'm just gonna buy something running and drive. Then I bought this project. So there goes that. Anyways, also it does run and drive. It runs and drives. I'll include a clip. I'll include a clip that the seller gave me. So much junk. Look at all that. It's everywhere. Well, I better get started.
I'm about 2.5 hours from home, lying in some random gas station parking lot. Well, at least it's clean. It's nice clean parking lot and level. It's hot. I'm sweating my butt off, and I'm just pulling a drive shaft of this car I bought before I tow dolly it home. I gotta slap in this Speedway Motors transmission plug, throw a glove over it, some zip ties, and hope it doesn't fall out. Hope I don't make a mess in their nice parking lot. Then it's back on the road, and I'll fill you in the rest of them. Whew, I'm ready for some AC. Hopefully that plug is still there when I get home. Okay, turn the AC down for a minute so you can hear me. It's done, but it's... Whew, I had to redo the straps because I didn't like how I had them on the dial. When I was under there, I noticed that it didn't have something that adds that. There's no mufflers, so I'm waiting to see if they're going to bring me the mufflers. I can go get the mufflers or what. We're going to work out about that. But I did want to point this out. I noticed at the gas station real quick. I'm going to step outside and you may get wind noise, so I'll show you this real quick. Bam! Must be nice. Must be nice. Alright, everything's buttoned up. I got an update on the whole muffler situation. I called him at first. He was like, yeah, I'll call my brother. And I said, oh, I guess my brother went to sleep. And I'm like, well, he's like, I went home. And I'm like, where you at? And he's like, well, he's on the way for me to go home. So I'm like, you want to stop by and just give me a few bucks back? And he's like, nope. So that's on me for not checking to make sure the mufflers are on the car. But that's how it goes, I guess. Okay, I'm back in the same spot I was where I pretty much changed my pulled drive shaft because GPS pointed me to turn left, then it conked out and I went left and I was like, okay, this is not, I'm not finding the highway. And I couldn't find a spot to turn around because it was all back roads, narrow, just, you know, driveways, nothing. There's no place to turn around. I finally got to get to another area where I can turn around. So I just wasted 40 minutes. I tell you, I can't win. Alright, it's been a couple days since I made a clip for this video. And to be honest, I don't know where I'm going with this video. I just know I got to get this car going because there's a cruise here. Well, it's Tuesday. And there's a cruise that starts Friday and Saturday that's local that I want to take it to. So I got to wrap up a few things. It's not much, but you know, I'm not in the best shape and I'm old and slow. So I got to get moving. And also I've been running around picking up parts and getting, you know, the legal stuff done. You be quiet.
That dog. Let's go over here. Anyways. So, I've been running around. I went ahead and got the title transferred, no problem. That was a hiccup. Because when I got the truck, before I even went up there, I go, hey, any problem with the title? And he was like, no problem. I get there, and this is way up north in Michigan, freaking Ohio title. And it wasn't even in his name, so technically you're not supposed to do that. He should have transferred over, and it was years ago he was supposed to transfer it over. So I'm like, man, this guy. Honestly, I should have used it to beat him up better on the price, but for what I got, I kind of probably would have been a fool if I screw the deal up. I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you more about it later. That dog. Anyways, this is what I picked up yesterday. $100 hood, fiberglass hood. You know, ram air, whatever. I don't care about the ram air part. I want it for the cowl part, because the car I bought right there, it's got the truck manifold, which is higher, and you can't put the regular hood, which they have the stock hood, which they, I'll show you here in a second. They tried to make it fit, or I don't know if they made it fit or tried or whatever, but they cut it all up. So right there is the stock hood with a big old hole cut in it, which is, I guess, okay. I mean, if that works, you gotta do what you gotta do. So whatever. But I'm rambling. This clip is long. Today, my goal is to go pick up some wheels, hopefully. But before that, this happened on the expressway yesterday. Well, that's gone. I'm here to meet some guy for a hood I'm buying for another car. I'm at I don't know if you can see it, building behind me an AutoZone. My exhaust broke. And it's funny because people were not tailgating me because they see this. Tailpipe just swinging away. So I need to take care of that before it falls off, and I have to totally fix it. So I'm just going to pull that tailpipe off. I got some junk in the garage. I'm going to try and rig up a hanger for the, just behind the muffler, because there's actually 2 hangers on that pipe. And nothing really supporting that end of the muffler, so I want to put a hanger like there-ish before I make a couple more road trips, which I need to do all the running, and if I want to make this, get the car out done by Friday and cruise it. So I better get to work, because it rained out last night. It's going to rain again twice today, supposedly. I'm going to have to do it on the pole barn drive, which is nice and drier, because it's too wet by the garage. So I'll get to it. And just like that, I no longer have a tailpipe. Well, it's still a good tailpipe. I want to fix that part right there where it connects to the muffler down there. And by the way, there is a hanger just on the other side of that muffler, so I'm calling it good. Good enough for now. Who cares? Should be fine. I'll mess with it more later. It's freaking hot and humid. It's just been nasty this summer. It's supposed to be cool the next couple days, but we'll see. Anyways, I tried the spray and adjustable plier method, and it worked for the one, but this one wasn't having it. So it started to tear on me, and I just was like, screw it. Cut it off the rest of the way, no problem. Now I hit the road and get those wheels. Well, I bought the wheels. Now, they're not in the best shape. There's a little bit of staining on the clear. You can kind of see it there in the light. It's not, they're not perfect, but they're a good 10 footers. They're great. They're well worth what I spent. I paid $220 for the set. One's over there mocked up, which we'll check it out in a second. And I think I can use the 2 of the tires, because he had them on this truck, which was odd. He had to use a bunch of spacer. I thought I was gonna have to use a spacer because they're quite a bit of a dish, but I ran the specs and it looks like I'm good. I mean, I think they're gonna fit perfect. Now, how I checked the tires, measured them, because he didn't know the exact specs on them, is I did a couple DIY tricks, which I used piece of cardboard, because everyone's got cardboard. In the past I've used wood or whatever, but cardboard's way easier because you can just cut it to the length you need. I had some 17s here already, so just, you know, cross the wheel, more to the center, measure down, bam, there's your freaking backspace. Easy peasy. Everyone's got cardboard with a nice straight edge. You can cut it to the length you need for whatever diameter wheel you need. No problem. Now, measure the actual wheel width, that's a little more complicated. They make these gauges online. It's only like 12 bucks. I mean, if I'd known that, if I'd known that years ago, I probably just ordered one. But knowing me, I probably would have put it off. And then every time, oh, I should have bought one. Well, anyways, I came up with this. You know, if you have a nice open spoke, these clamps are available everywhere. You just slide it through the wheel. And you can go edge to edge. Slide it back out. Grab your tape. And bam. Now, it says about 9 inches. We're just over, which we'll go from this side so you guys can see what I'm doing. And you know, if you know anything about wheels, you know that the actual lip is not part of the width. So, you know, even though it measures 9, the overall width, it's really 8. So these are 17 by 8s, which I've also measured the backspace is about 6, so I think that works out to about 38 millimeter offset, and I think it's going to work good. It's going to maybe stick out just a little more than stock, but it'll look good for the, you know, the fitment guys. See over here, that's one of his old fronts, which is going to be my rear. So I mean, at least doing burnouts. I'll get 2 tires for the front, which, yeah, that's no. That's, yeah. Anyways, I just figured I'd get this clip made. I'm tired. I want to go get some food and take a nap. It's about to start raining. I don't know if you can see the clouds or not. Like I said earlier, I don't know where I'm going with this video. I'm just making clips and I'll sort it out later because I'm just trying to get this car done for the weekend and I want to be able to use it. Oh, I will say this. It's always interesting going to Detroit. I had to go pick up these wheels all the way down on Dixie Highway. When I was driving down there, there was a freaking bumper laying in the road and it had a plate on it. I was like, should probably stop and grab that plate because I kind of need the plate for the car. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's Detroit, so it's probably expired or stolen anyway. But I'm rambling. I got to end this clip and I'm going to go give me a sandwich. So it's pretty windy, so hopefully the mic doesn't pick up too much wind noise, but I'm using an external mic, so we'll see. Anyways, got the new tires on for the fronts, which is where his old rears. He had these big old tires, which are almost as tall as my actual trucks, which are about, you know, 29 inches. And the new ones I got, there's another one right there. It's about, you know, the stock size is, you know, just over 26 inches, and his old fronts would be my rears, which are about 27 inches. So it'll look fine, but, you know, having a 29-inch tire in the back would definitely look goofy. So this is much better. Time to drain the engine bay pond. Actually, it's evaporated pretty well. It's not much there. It was bigger yesterday. Anyways, now I forgot to mention the other day that if that hood doesn't fit on here, I have a plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use hood spacers. If you don't know what those are, just look up like a Honda Racer or something. Those guys use hood spacers. They like back here in the hinges, like gap the hood a little so they can let out the hot air or whatever. But right now I have the intake to clear, and if I don't, you know, if the hood doesn't clear and I got to cut a spot I don't want to cut, I'm just going to use some hood spacers. This thing drained. A chunk of wood. I missed. Goal tonight is to get this in the garage so I can start working on it. I don't got much time to get it done before this weekend's cruise. Trying to get myself all wet. Come on. Oh, you stupid water. Yep, there we go. And I got wet. So, uncover this sucker. Gotta shuffle some stuff around, move that white truck up there, you know, out of the way so I get in the garage. I gotta clean some stuff out of the garage. Look at that, right there. Freaking birds. Been sitting out here for a few days. It must have been a bird up in that tree. Oh, I gotta get that freaking branch there too. Look at that. Yard work never ends. Anyways, I don't remember if I showed the engine earlier, but there it is. An LS, not an LT. Because this is a 96, which came with an LT, but it's been LS swapped. And I'm not gonna start right now. What I think I'll do, sorry, hit something on this camera. Stop that. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up into a few smaller videos. I'm just going to make some clips, and I'll include a clip of it, you know, running probably for the intro and stuff. But anyways, for now, I'm going to close out this video, get to work on this, you know, getting this thing ready to cruise for the next couple days, or next few days, in a couple days. I'm just rambling at this point, so let's wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and all that deal. Wish me luck. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah.